Everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of Seven's Big League. Great action tonight from the MCG for the next 90 minutes. All the highlights of the clash between North Melbourne and Collingwood, kicking off round one of the 1985 VFL season. What a day and evening it's turned out to be for the two coaches, Bob Rose and John Kennedy, returning to the big time. But there was also, and in many ways unfortunately, plenty of drama off the field tonight. As our picture shows, there were people well after the first quarter had finished, in their thousands, still waiting outside the MCG, unable to get through the gates. It was at this point that some people decided to take the matter into their own hands, and if scenes like this should continue, it is certainly not going to do our game any good at all. The MCC secretary, Mr. John Lill, said later that it was car parking congestion that caused the problem and led to this build-up of people. But you can see these gentlemen here deciding to bar open a door and just surge through. Fortunately, no one was injured, but it is certainly not a pretty sight. And let's hope that if there was a congestion problem at the MCG, it can be sorted out, and sorted out very quickly indeed. Well, that was off the field. Thankfully, there was some great action on the field. Let's go out to the MCG now, and Peter Landy.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, a great night for football here at the MCG. Probably a little bit on the cool side, but of course that didn't keep too many people away, as we have already seen. Collingwood named 5 players on the interchange bench, and they left out Gary Shaw, McLean, the former Melbourne player, and also Allen. One of the interesting moves was made by North Melbourne coach John Kennedy, who incidentally tonight officiating in his 300th senior game at coaching level, and he decided to play dual Brownlow medalist Keith Gregg on former Richmond full forward Brian Taylor, who of course lined up in front of goals for Collingwood. And that indeed was a very interesting battle. Collingwood, of course, were expecting big things from David Cloke, and he had his main opposition from Stephen McCann. North Melbourne, a number of new players in their lineup, and one of the players to keep an eye on, young Larkin. I think he possesses a lot of ability and has a great future in VFL football. Let's pick up our replay now at the 11-minute mark of the first quarter, with a lot of people still coming into the ground. McCann and Cloke, knocked down by McCann. Abernathy. A wild hand pass. Going in solidly was Larkin again. Dugdale. Morwood on centre wing to put Collingwood deep into attack. Looks for a pass, not a particularly good one. Oh, Glenn getting a great mark, yes. Under injury cloud earlier tonight, did play. Cracker, caught. Obviously the crowd has been following the media reports of Jimmy Cracker in the last 2 weeks. Cloke at the back, knocks it away from McCann. Jonas, about 6 possessions so far. Phil Cracker caught. Did he have the ball? He's got it again. Loses out. Still North gain possession. Snapshot by Jonas. Won't quite make the distance. Phillips knocks it clear. Fury at rush through for 1 behind. North Melbourne first behind. They lead by 3 points.
And we're just on the 11-minute mark of this first quarter. North Melbourne doing it well. Their score, 1 goal, 7 points to Collingwood, yet to score a goal, 4 points. A mark taken there by Rains down there towards the back pocket position. And they're showing plenty of endeavour, North Melbourne, this young side, as the ball goes up to Cloke. Couldn't hold the mark. It hits the deck, finally picked up that time by Larkin. It'll be okay, and a mark taken there by Norman. This is the ex-Queenslander. Could have been with the Swans, they tell me, but someone made a bit of a blue there.
He's a Noble Park boy, actually, Lou.
There we see the ball picked up by Beers. A long hand pass to Cloke. Cloke better kick this because Cracker's right on his back there as the ball goes back there to Banks. Tapped on by Banks. It'll go to the boundary line and out of bounds about 60 metres around from the Collingwood goal.
Norman coming off, Lou.
Well, that's a bit of a blow. It's a bit of a... Oh, it looks as though he's got a shoulder injury there by he's carrying his right arm, Bob. So the ball out of bounds about 60 metres around from the Collingwood goal. They badly...